Hey, Jason, have you heard of Otter on Pender Island? What do you think of the burger?
Welcome to SND. I'm JR, and if you haven't noticed, I sound a lot better. Why do I sound a lot better? Because I went out and splurged on much better microphones. If you did watch the last episode, which not many people did, and I don't blame you, that was the little jumbo episode. The microphones I got, they just had a really tinny, hollow sound, and I mean, the truth is they were cheap. They were cheap, and you get what you pay for. Unfortunately, the show I think was a good show. The burger was quite good, and the place was really interesting. But I didn't want to upload it because I didn't like the sound. But I got talked into uploading it, and I did it. Just like there's 2 episodes of Wendy's that I did, and with a microphone that I didn't like, and I didn't upload those, which means I'm gonna have to go back a 3rd time. And as I said before, that means I'm gonna have to sacrifice my body and eat another Baconator. Luckily, I did go to a drugstore, and so before I go back, you know those new Pampers with the blowout guard? That's going to be something that I'm going to have to use. Anyways, today we're on Pender Island, and we're at a brand new place called the Copper Otter. First things first, if they don't have an otter made out of copper, I'm going to be pretty ticked off. I already looked online to see where you can get an online copper otter, so well, maybe I'll suggest it to them if they don't have one, because if you're going to call the place Copper Otter, you've got to have a Copper Otter. Number 2, this used to be called Joe's, and when I'd come over a lot, and they had this thing on the menu, and I'll flash it up. It was called the the hangover hash, and it came in a skillet. It had like beef brisket, bacon, sausage, egg. It had gravy and hollandaise, which wins me over. It was amazing, and there was actually one time I came over here just to have that, not for anything else. But the place closed, and now the coffee shop next to it, called the Vanilla Leaf, is that what it's called? Vanilla Leaf. They actually have some really good products. Again, I'll flash those up. Up, which means that's going to mean a ton of editing for me now. Then I'm going to have to chop this up. Anyways, I'll flash those up. They have like pastries and sandwiches. I had a really good breakfast wrap there. Anyways, they took over the space. They now have the Copper Otter. And what caught my attention, and this is why I literally, when I saw it, because they've only been open for not even a month, is they do a smashed patty burger, and they also brand the bun. Now I like gimmicks. I know it doesn't add any flavor, but it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the smash burger. I'm gonna give it the test. I think you can actually do 1 patty, 2 patty, 3 patties, or 4 patties. I'm gonna do the 2 patties. I'm gonna keep it under control today. But you can come in with me and I'll show you what I have, and then we'll talk about it once we're done. So come on, let's go inside. This is one of the stuffed jacket potatoes. It's the smoked pulled pork one. It's a baked potato loaded with smoked pulled pork, pickled red onions, and drizzled with ivory sauce. Comes in at $12. And this is one of the Smash Town burgers. You can get them from 1 to 4 patties. This is the 2 patty burger. It's called the Dog. It's 2 Canadian Black Angus fresh ground chuck patties and shaved red onion, smashed and seared, which is perfect. served on a butter grilled potato bun with double American cheese, zickles, and ivory sauce. And basically, the rule of thumb to remember is for every patty that you order, you also get a slice of cheese. So this double patty, the dog, comes in at $17. You also get a side of the waffle fries, which are nicely seasoned. Okay, you've just seen what we had. First of all, I just want to point out I did not see any Copper Otters in the Copper Otter. So what you need to do if you're going to call your restaurant the Copper Otter is go online and get yourself a Copper Otter. Now, the Copper Otter I found online, I thought it was only $293. It's actually over $5,000. It's $5,293, but it would be a really nice addition. Now back to the task at hand. We tried what was it? It was called like a jacket. Anyways, it's a baked potato. It's a fancy British name for a baked potato. You saw what it was in the voiceover. I mean, I thought it was okay. It's a baked potato. If I'm gonna have a baked potato, I kind of want lots of sauce, like sour cream and butter, and I mean there was some sauce on it. The pulled pork was nice, and of course the pickled onions were also really nice. But you know, it's a baked potato when it comes down to it. Now, let's talk about the burger. I wasn't disappointed. I really enjoyed that. Now, again, burgers and all kinds of food are personal preference. I'm not an expert, but I love smash patty style, and I love a no-nonsense burger. And this had two, so I went with the double patty. You can get up to four. Really nice, well smashed patties. So it actually had the crispness, which is what I want. Had the American cheese, so it had the creaminess, which again is perfect. It had shaved onions. Now, here's the thing, it had zickles. I don't know what zickles are, but apparently they're homemade pickled zucchini. And I'm impressed. They were good. They were really good. I personally think zucchini is one of the more useless vegetables out there. It's kind of like a pumpkin. It has no flavor. It has no use for anything. Hey, let's throw it in bread and add a bunch of different flavors, and we can call it zucchini bread. Kind of like your pumpkin spice latte or your pumpkin pie, right? Absolutely useless vegetable. Sorry, that's just my opinion. Anyways, so back to that. It had zickles, and then it had an ivory sauce. Was it ivory sauce? Which is like an Alabama barbecue sauce, and it had a zest to it. It was really nicely done, and then a potato bun, and of course it had the branding on it, which that just sells me. I love that for some reason, but it was really good. Like, it is a no nonsense, you know what I mean? Not messing around with vegetables, just a good old style, like proper burger in my opinion. If I had to compare it to a similar burger, I would say kind of like Burger Crush in Victoria, or like Burger Crush, here's the trick, like Burger Crush used to be. I went back there a couple weeks ago and it just wasn't the same Burger Crush. So if I'm gonna rate this burger, which is why you watch the show, I'm gonna put this burger, again, my personal preference, the highest score we've ever had was Q Burger in Qualicum, the Boomageddon burger. That was a 9.4. This is a 9.1 and 9.2 burger. So it is probably the second best burger that I've had since we started doing the show, which again, take it or leave it. I don't have a trophy, but anyways, I would come here just to get this burger. I would probably add another patty on though, just they are thin because they are done properly, smash style. So I would, you can get up to four, and there's a plethora of stuff you can add onto them in the additives. I don't think I took a picture. You can go online and see on the menu anyways. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. I really enjoyed that. From the picture I saw, it looked like the style I was going to like, and I wasn't disappointed. And it had the branding. Come on, I love the branding, but no Copper Owl in the restaurant. That's probably lost a point just for that. So would have been a 9.3 if they had not a Copper Owl, a Copper Otter. Copper Otter, not a Copper Owl. So yeah, get the Copper Otter, and then it would be a 9.3 burger. It would be, so yeah, I'm really impressed with this burger. If you're on Pender, you know what, if you do love burgers, I would come here just to get this. So I didn't try anything else on the menu. I was gonna try the breakfast, but instead I went to the coffee shop next door, they own it, and had the breakfast wrap, which was the deluxe breakfast wrap, and it also was really good. Had a lot of sauce. I don't know why I'm reviewing the breakfast wrap. Anyways, you don't need to know about that. It was good. That's all you need to know. I think I've said that enough. There are some interesting signs on Pender, which I might show you. I don't know if they're instructional signs, but I'll show you them and then maybe we can try them out. But anyways, I need to start like walking back to the ferry terminal. This was a great trip. It was worth the walk and the sketchy hitchhiker people that picked me up. And grab my car and take the bus, grab the ferry, get in my car and drive home. So I gotta get going, but maybe I'll show you a sign and we'll try some of the instructions. Until next time, we'll see you on SND.
Hey, what did you think of the burger?
You can watch the video like everyone else.